Is your scuba collection growing and you don't have any place to hang it? Today, we're going to tell you how you could make a DIY scuba rack. Welcome to Everything Scuba Quick Tips. So about a year and a half ago, Lyle sent me some photos he took at Sweet Bottom Dive Center, hi Mark and Laura, on St. Croix, of some scuba racks they had outside. And he said, hey, can you build something like that? So I used those pictures as a template and we built this. Today we're going to tell you how we threw this together and the materials we used so you could make one at home. So this scuba rack is 7 feet tall, 7 feet wide, 2 feet deep, made from 1¼ inch PVC, Schedule 40, connected with standard plumbing fittings. So we have a T, we have some crosses with bushings, we use 3/4 for small hooks, there are some more crosses, 90-degree elbows, and it's all glued together just like you would water pipe. We have these angled bracing across. Scuba gear is heavy. That helps to provide some support so it doesn't flex as much. So they noticed in St. Croix that sitting out in the sun with heavy scuba gear hanging on it, this top bar of the rack wanted to bow down. To compensate for that, I added a piece of wooden dowel rod all the way across. So because it's made out of water-resistant PVC, it's also relatively light, maybe 20 pounds, which makes it easy for, during the summer, Lyle keeps this in his garage to dry his wet gear, and then in the winter he can move it down to his basement to store it. So we'll show you how we can use this rack. So we decided to make this 7 foot tall with our dry suits in mind. With Lyle's dry suit and his boots attached, it's hanging, nothing is going to be laying in the wet floor. So we added these hooks just to be able to hang accessories, gloves, boots, hoods, fins, reg set, whatever you want to hang on a hook to dry without getting on the wet floor. If I was to build this again, one change I would make this top out of 1 inch PVC, as some of these hangers are a little more difficult to move than others. So you might notice this is not white PVC anymore, it's been painted. I had some nice purple sparkle paint left over from a bicycle frame I painted for my wife. Lyle's least favorite color is purple, so I thought what better color for his scuba rack than purple sparkle. With the exception of paint, putting this together cost about $50 in materials and took a few hours of labor. If you at home wanted to do this, go down to your local hardware store. You could use a hand saw to cut the pipe, some glue, some know-how, throw this together. If this is something you're interested in building for yourself, down below in the description, we'll put a list of the materials, cut links, and fittings, and you can build it yourself. But if you're like my buddy Lyle and don't know anything about buying or assembling plumbing parts, if we get more than 50 comments below asking for it, I'll put together a step-by-step video walking through the process of buying the parts and assembling the scuba rack, and we'll put that video up on our YouTube channel. If this is something that has helped you out, drop us a like down below. It helps the channel out. If you have comments or questions, leave them below. We'd love to hear it. If you want to learn more about Everything Scuba's Quick Tips, click this link below.